When you think about music's greatest rule breakers, not many people would think about Take That. But in one way, they just might be. After their stratospheric success in the 90s, that saw them become the biggest British pop band since the Beatles, Take That parted ways. 10 years passed, a generation moved on, the world moved on. Take That became a memory. Until one day, someone whispered the word, come back. Convention said it couldn't be done. Precedent showed it hadn't been done. Logic, wisdom, history all told them it was against the rules. Boy band reunions didn't work, but they did it anyway. And boy, did they do it. Since coming back, they've risen to greater heights, played to bigger crowds, broken more records, and received greater, if not obsessive, adulation. And they haven't stopped yet. Here to tell me how they did it, why they did it, and where they found their belief to do what no one thought was possible, is Take That.
This is an exclusive on the Hitman and Her. Britain's answer to New Kids on the Block. Here they are, it's Take That, and they're waiting around. Take That!
Waiting around. I've still got those white trousers. Wasn't live vocal to track then.
So guys, this is Hitman and Her, October 1990. Was this your first TV performance?
It could have been our
It could have been our first TV, yeah. I don't think I took a breath through this whole performance. If this was our first telly, it must have been like, and go.
So you haven't been signed yet, but you've made it onto the telly. How did that come about?
So Jason was on Hitman and Her already before the band. So he showed us around. He knew where the dressing room was.
He had fan mail.
Yeah.
He was on. He was so
He
featured
was like a
on
resident
it.
dancer.
Yeah, they
on
were
Hitman
so
and Her.
featured on it that when I first met Jason, he's already quite a star.
Yeah.
This guy.
He was like our way in, I think. I mean, Jason had black hair, but they dyed his hair black. My hair was bleached blonde. I had hair like this. I had long curtains. And then it's like they tried every hair product they had in the salon.
Different styles.
On each one of us.
This TV actually makes me cringe. No, it does. It makes me cringe because it's like it's so, the jackets are red, the pants are white. It was so uniform. It was kind of how I think maybe the vision of what maybe Nigel, who was our manager, had of this perfect pop band, all different styles of hair, wearing the same clothes with the perfect choreography.
Constant smiles. I think we were, we had the smile from start to finish.
There's definitely a period for us, our first sort of year, 2 years, where we're someone else's vision, not our own.
Okay, let's talk about Nigel's vision. What was it, and where did you all fit into it?
When I first met Nigel, he said, I want to put this band together. And that's when I was like, well, lugging amps and drums up staircases, I don't really want to do that. Yeah. And he was like, oh, no, it's this. And he played a video, and it was New Kids on the Block, Hanging Tough. And I was like, oh, it's like a vocal harmony group, and I love harmonies. So I was like, okay, Jackson 5, Temptations, Drifters, it's more like that.
Yep.
Because he had a vision for us that we were going to break through the clubs. So when he got hold of me to start with, he was listening to my music. It was like, it's so old-fashioned.
It's filled with love.
This is Neil Diamond in the 70s.
To Jesus high.
And he was like, always taking me to clubs. Listen to that. Listen to this. Watch everybody react to this. He was trying to teach me how to be modern. And I was bringing in songs like Million Love Songs. And he was like, listen, no, we're going to build this group. and it's going to be a dance. They're going to do moves. I thought, well, that's cool.
Howard, you're a proper dancer. You did ballroom and everything, didn't you? You're a proper dancer.
Yeah, I used to go to this club in Manchester called the Apollo, which was every Sunday daytime.
Yeah.
And they had breakdancing competitions on through the day.
Yeah.
And I was in a crew.
What was your crew like?
Oh, I mean, there's only 3 of us, and then it went down to 2. It was a bit.
Crew's
like
not bad, but it's the same crew.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and we were called the dynamic duo in the end.
What,
2 of
3
us.
of you?
No, there was 2 of us in the end. And but yeah, I guess that was the reason I got into the band.
I liked, when I was younger, I liked getting up on stage and sort of doing Elvis and being in school productions. And then when I went to secondary school, breakdancing became my thing. So where we lived in Oldham, in a place called Fitton Hill, me and my mates would all walk around and challenge other.
You were aware of Howard's crew at the time?
No, because I didn't leave Oldham. So Howard was in Manchester.
You would have got burned. You would have got burned, man.
But in Oldham we were okay. We were good. Good where we were.
But yeah, like I said earlier, Nigel thought our route was through the clubs. We were doing these succession of clubs. You'd go on 9, 10 o'clock in Hull, 11 o'clock in Grimsby, back to Manchester for a gay club at
Same day?
midnight. Same day, yeah.
Wow. It was a tough time, actually.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hard work.
Lugging something around.
Yeah. Morning, everyone. Oh, sound a bit quiet. Sound a bit quiet for one of our concerts. Anyone we know in? Let me have a look. I believe the front 2 rows are dedicated fans. Any other fans in? That's the wrong way. I mean, you can let yourselves go.
Gary's introduction, he sounded absolutely knackered. He sounded
This
like
was probably about 8:30 in the morning,
Yeah,
but I
about
even turned it on. To start with, I even cued, I did the sound man, the warm-up act.
You're really good with the audience, aren't you? You really are.
So let's do a great big warm welcome for Take That. Come on, everyone. Let's get in the spirit of it.
How come I introduced you all?
Introduced us. Put your hands together for
I'm
Take
glad
That.
that stopped. Imagine walking out of Wembley. Everybody, are you sitting quietly now? Look at this lot.
That's Wilfred Meadows School Assembly from '92. Wow. The graft to get here is the thing that amazes me. You guys did not stop. So it was schools in the day and clubs and gay clubs in the evening.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together about 2 years now.
How do you get on?
We get on quite well.
Was it enjoyable? Or was it?
It was just before it was before we broke through. So for me, I felt like we were a part of something.
Yeah.
And so we were still going home. We were driving ourselves around. We were still going back to our own houses. Like, I was getting to see the country. Mm-hmm. I hadn't really been out of Oldham before I joined the band, so now we're travelling all over the place, you know. Even to London. We went to London for the first time. But it was, I mean, it was a slog. It was hard work. We were putting a lot of hours in, but it was kind of exciting just to be part of something.
Yeah.